if there was any person who watches this video, then they would have easily recognized how easily and how fast I can actually solve these questions. I'm not lying. The problem is, I don't really need to spend a lot of time. It's not all painstaking. If you're really actually watching this video, you would actually notice it. No, it's not. All right, please watch this, how quickly I can actually solve the next question. Let me actually demonstrate it. A little amount of time. I'm actually this much fast. 이렇게 정확하게 빨라요. 이거 옛날에 했어요. If I were truly that low IQ person, then I would probably never remember this. It's really easy, right? Oh, right now my headset is not connected to it, but I'm really actually great. Anime of art, I have never actually seen it before. 본 적 없어요. 맨날 내가 맞으면 봤자요. 그냥 조심만 하면 돼요. 본 적 없는 거 해볼게요. 억울하네. New one, please. New. Yeah, I have never seen it. Let's try to actually see it. It's really unfair. I don't really need to repeat it. Stagnant. Standing. I've never seen it. 본 적이 없는데. Oh, naughty guys are rating. Down kissed. Tapering. It's really easy. That's what I said to do. Tapering. No emotion? it's not repetition. Let me actually try something new. repetition 아니에요. 너무 치사해요. repetition 아니에요. 내가 맞으면 괜히 repetition이래. I'm not actually repeating anything. I've never seen this. I'm not repeating. I don't really repeat it. 원래 맞았는데. 그리고 repetition 아니에요. 그럼 아무거나 해볼게요. repetition 아니에요. 왜냐면 이거 아무거나 눌러. repetition 아니에요. repetition 절대 아니지. No. It's not repetition. I never repeat anything. I don't really repeat. Oh, it's really impossible. I'm not repeating anything. I even know it. That's really the reason Elizabeth Warren. Whenever I just see her, I'm thinking about the rabbits burrow because I actually learned that burrow or Warren is likely to be a hole dug by rabbits or any mammal like a badger or a mole, so forth and so on. 그냥 읽기만 하면 돼. 진짜 안 어려워. No, I'm not actually trying my very best. I'm really quick. Oh, I don't want to actually be involved with a game, you know, but valiantly means being brave and audacious. But you know what, even if I actually repeat it, how would I remember it? I'm not really genius. But this kind of case-oriented one, for now, I don't want to do it. But at first, I want to actually do it. Adjective 먼저 해볼게요. How would I know it? I'm not really Hitler. How would I ever know the sentiment of adjectives if I were unknown to it for the first time, unknown to their feelings for the first time from the get-go? That's impossible. It would be confusing to memorize all of them at once. So I want to demonstrate it as long as I want to be really cautious. Now, any adjectives are also fine. I really don't mind. I'm not crazy. I actually do know more words and I read something really quickly. Excuse me, is there any American out there? Can you actually, imagine the amount of time that I might actually use? No. I don't really actually know anything in Korean. Not really know a whole. I'm not. No, it's really impossible. As long as I really read it, there's no hole. I'm very confident. That's not true. I actually know every word, but I'm not actually reading everything because too many questions are being repeated. No, I have no difficulty at all. I'm very highly skilled. As long as I really read it, I have no difficulty at all. I know every word very well. Not really. Yeah, it's really immediate. I don't really need to. I'm really fast. Do you honestly think that I'm actually repeating it? I never actually see this type of definition. 이런 정답 definition 본 적도 없어요. 처음 하는 거예요. 그래 빨리 해요. I'm a genius. I don't really need to. Let me actually demonstrate it. Random words, random nouns, please. I'll actually take dipper, whatever probability. I want to prove it. I'm not lying. Is that really too much? Is that too much? I just random one. But don't actually press something on top. Please, better answer. That's a painstaking to have a little bit of a patience. Not really English, I think. Very accurate. Not 50. That's really ridiculous. It's not 50-50. Are you freaking crazy? I'm actually getting everything correct. Let's try to actually measure it. 100개씩 올릴게요. 왜 나한테 50-50래? I'm actually being bored. I didn't really press something and that's really the end. Not every 15 minutes. It's ridiculous. I've never seen this type of definition, but it's so fine. It's not spoken blessing. I'm actually better. 이제부터 100개씩 하고 그냥 올릴게요. 그 다음부터 괜히 안 쉬면은 자꾸 하기 싫어가지고 아무거나 눌러. 안 읽고. 안 읽는 게 정말 1초도 안 쓴다는 뜻이에요. 정말 knee-jerk reflection처럼 그냥 눌러요. 알게 될 거예요. There's always a better choice. Wait. I'm not really the middle. 이렇게까지 빨리 하는데. Daily products. Everyday products. 그래요. 이렇게 빨리인데 이거 처음 봐요. 그래. 왜 나한테 성격 좀 고쳐야 돼요. 왜냐면 하도 괴롭힘 많이 해서 그래. 왜냐면은 거짓말 치고 내가 시즈 적었거든요. 이거 안 했는데 이걸로 정답했대요. 나는 이거 진짜 했어요. I really need to actually have a psychological consultation. Is it true? Because I've been actually subject to very serious tormentuous torture. Is it true? I've been vulnerably susceptible to impatience and compulsive behaviors because I was under really unfounded, baseless suspicions which completely tormented my soul. And I even actually pressed this one, but they actually changed it. The system, which is so manipulative, completely changed my answer to put me in such a shameful position. I would never forget that one. Every little horrendous experience I had to survive throughout the years completely ruined my mental health. And I think I really need to have a conversation, or at least need to be helped and assisted by any professional experts in the league, because I've been actually constantly being bullied on the internet. They said you don't really actually know this, but tell the truth, they completely changed the actual answer that I had picked out. Marshmallow. Do you honestly think I would actually forget about it? The sins means, you just burn it, incinerate it. The actual surface would be roasted. See, I don't really have any difficulty. Can I actually upload the video? 그리고 빨리 푸는 거 봤죠? 그리고 저 처음 봐요, 저거. Animal Vark 한 4개월 동안 본 적도. I have never actually seen a word called Animal Vark, but I still actually had no problem with the different wordings either. As long as I really read it, it's not difficult. And the statistics was a completely random choice, because I actually searched for a everyday product, but they asked me to do this. Oh, well, Illustrator actually more focused on a somewhat rare and randomized subject, and that way I can probably exonerate myself. That was a really good idea. Illustrator should do a little bit of different issues, like appliances. Since you don't buy me. I know what toenails. Das ist Zeh ist Nagel. Nagel von der Zeh auf Deutsch. Kann ich das wirklich erkennen, identifizieren? Zeh. Zeh ist wie ein Finger. Wenn Sie Fuß haben, dann es gibt Zeh. Ja, unter dieser Nagel. Nagel ist der aus der Gürtel hergestellte. Right? I don't know. Just actually doing really quickly. The technology, it's really interesting. Let me actually mention it. Technical is a very interesting aspect in English. We said the technicality. That's a performer. For the sake of minor details or the perfunctory frame of something. But technically, that's another issue. When you say technically, that means, in fact, indeed. You have to actually lower down your voice, please. Okay, I'm so sorry. A random one, stealthy one. You think I would not know it? Just give me a new one. Whatever. Just throw it. Yeah. I will do it. I don't really know what this is about. This is a really random one. I have never prepared for it. This is really not a pretension. 이거 지금 장난치는 거 아닌데. 왜냐면 나 한 적 없어. 그리고 뭐 나올지 몰라. 계속해서 What am I call it? 막 그냥 해봐. 사람들 안 믿어. 자기들이 갑자기 나오는 게 갑자기 이래. 나는 내가 갑자기 한 게 이건데 아무거나 하는 거 statistics 할 생각도 없었어요. 그냥 원래 electronic products, everyday products 하려고 했거든요. This was a totally random situation. I had a zero expectation for statistics, and even if the category itself is statistics, how would you actually define the subtle meaning, the linear? You know, the definition itself has nothing to do with the statistics, but more to do with the geometry and algebra, right? Algebra, I think. Algebra. That was really the equation from the algebra class. You know, there are certain folks who would never believe me. You know, let's try to actually jump into anything. You think that I would have it prepared for it? Then let me actually type randomly selected words. I have a no prehistory. You know, they don't even have it. Just actually until they actually hit upon something really new. No history at all. Just give me one thing. Okay, that's so great. I never really know what this is about. Jealousy. I'm not being jealous. How come I would actually be jealous? If someone, when my English works really well, functions really well to cover a vest. I don't understand that. I know what shellfish. Shellfish is really similar to a mollusk. I understand that. Breath. Oh, you want to actually do it in marine biology. 그러면 marine biology 해보자. shellfish 모른데. Oh yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm not really last in American high school students. I've never repeated it. 그럼 했던 거 같지 먼저. estuary. I know it. estuary. 이거는 풀고 할게요. Estuary is really, I can actually draw a picture if you don't bite. I don't forget. Estuary is in a place where the water disgorges into the greater body. If there is any river, then this actually, somehow gets closer to, the greater sea. This is adjacent to the sea. Sea would normally be like this color, and the tiny river would be this. I'm not lying. If they ever actually get into the bigger body of water, the body of water, that's what we normally call as a river, it's really fine. Salinity. It's a salt. I don't really have any definitions. Let's try to actually know hopscotch. No, I'm not lying. If you don't actually buy me, no. Let me actually prove it. I'm going to hopscotch. 계속 정신없이 해볼게요. Inspirations given by you guys. Shellfish. I decided to jump in to the marine biology because I saw a shellfish. shellfish가 여기 있는 걸 봤거든요. 그런 식으로 여기 inspiration 있으면 계속 그거 아무거나 할게요. 안 믿고 이거. 되게 황당해요. Desalination also so removal results. Photosynthesis, light. Species, biologist. Just actually read everything. You can do it, right? Yeah, I know. You think that I'm actually picking? 그럼 여기 definition을 줄게요. Neutral country situated. That's really like a Switzerland. That's I don't know, what do we actually call it? Neutral state. Pacifist. Probably. Who refuses. Partaken in warfare. Or have a say. 여기 definition 줄게요. First one, pacifist 사람들 자꾸 내가 찍는다. 되게 이상하다. Studio where especially for artists, atelier. 이런 거는 atelier라고 하는 거 맞죠? Oh, no pain. No pain, not at all. 여기는 point, a happy center. Of course I can easily do it. There's no pain. Are you crazy? An happy center. 이렇게 원하면 이렇게 모든 순간 해줄 수 있어. If you really want it, I can write down the exact word. I really don't mind. Flowering. Flowing outward if you want. 그렇지. 왜냐면은 이게 오케이 이게 아웃이. Pray.
그냥 가고 그냥 앞에서 헤어지는 거 같아. 그냥 주차장까지만 돼가지고 다음은 그냥 돌리고 그냥 이렇게 가는. 그냥 이 표시가 오면 다 없다고 여기 이번 코로나 터졌을 때도 그래가지고 그게 하나 있더라고.
이거 cell regeneration. I mean, a cell has a potentiality to become anything. What is the opposite? You know, in order to have themselves, I mean, if you really actually witness their cellular regeneration, in the first place, why would they chop themselves off? There is a lizard who just really wants to avoid any capture by a predator because they just decide not to be a prey. And they can actually have their tail cut off. That's called autotomy. Autotomy means being cut off. Owner, the body. 뭐 이런 식으로 되나?
요구 끝나고
그래서
보니
그냥
아직도 있다. 다 돼가지고. 그때는 그래도 전화는 된다. 잘안 되고 훈련소에서는 그 반발 맞추면 전화한다. 그거 반발 맞추면 전화한다. 그러니까 훈련소에서는 그거 사격 반발 맞추면 된다.
I don't like kelpis.
그거 아니면 1차원 잘 못하고 후반기 때는 그냥
다시마. In Korean. Cheers. Like seaweed. What are you doing? Seaweed. They're not weak. 안 까먹어요. 그냥 차분하게만 하면 돼. 그것도 느린 게 아니야. Oh, that's scale. 애기야. No, that 애기야. 애기야. Snoepen outdoors. I have no scales, so ich habe keine Schnuppen auf den Augen. Ich hatte das alles. I mean, the Schnuppen isn't really the scales, right? Diese Schnuppen wird da weggeworfen. Das meinte, meine Vision ist gut. Zu erkennen etwas. Das sind das. I really know the difference. 그냥 또 랜덤으로 해보자. 뭐 좀 daily product 없어? Kitchen. Anything related to kitchen. Jump in. A good riddance. You wanna do it? Oh yeah. That's what I'm doing. Good riddance garbage. Calm down. I know, even if you know it really well, it doesn't mean anything if you don't find the most suitable answer, right? You know what? No, what are you doing? Ah, that's a better. Serving no purpose. That's a better. Superfluous. In the first place, it's an external condition, so it's an overwhelming plus. It's really kind of unnecessary stuff. I said it. Calm down and read everything. Don't settle down. I'm worthless now. Just read everything. Please, I'm begging you. Cover everything. It's not really terribly disappointed. Please, read everything. Read everything. That means, you don't, even if you're actually sure to read everything, that doesn't mean you have to spend extra hour or second. But what I'm asking you to do is please consider every option on the table. That's really the thing. Yeah, I'm 100% certain, and I saw every little thingy. I'm not a foreigner. 그러니까 제발 다 보세요. 그럼 알아요. 이렇게 해라. 이렇게. You know what? Make sure to mark everything. You had a tendency to use a pencil to find the most suitable one. So just actually do it. 그러면 진짜 다 절대 안 되나? 몰라서 그런 거 아닌데 superfluous 모르고 위에 것도 눌렀어. No, I'm not lying. I don't really need to repeat it. 몰라서 그런 거 아니야. 그러면 adjective 해볼게요. 몰라, adjective 나보고 모른대. 그냥 안 봤어요. 자꾸 누르기 때문에. 원래는 그 뜻이에요. external, irrelevant issue. 근데 여기서 most suitable이기 때문에 문제예요. 갈게요. 한 번도 안 한 거 하자. 다시 할 필요 없어. 그냥 모르고 눌렀어. 그게 다예요. 그래서 말 떠들어서 눌렀어. Constantly, I mean, actually talking, so I accidentally prove it, but I just really want to demonstrate how accurate I am. I've never tried it. Subsequent, following in time and order, right? I'm actually very better than other people. Xenophobic, prejudiced. I'm actually way better than other people. I really don't know. Coherent, reasonable, very reasonable. Please read everything. Language, watching TV all afternoon. I'm actually, knowing more in English. Gruesome, lush, domestic, costly, right? Very greasily. Can you actually greasily and a gruesome and a horrendous, terrifying. Please, what I'm asking you to do is not knowing more. You already have enough capacity. You can rely on your inner resources, but make sure to hold your thought until you cover every little option. Please, this is really about the finding the optimal solution. 그냥 끝까지 제발 이렇게라도 하자. Let's try to actually have an attitude. Let's try to actually do this ritually. Cover everything. It's not me being confused. Not at all. 보여볼게요. 한 번도 confusing 한 적 없어요. 그러면 계속 adjective만 해볼게요. confusing 했다고 하니까. I don't feel confused at all. 계속 나서면 되죠. 절대 confusing 하는데 계속 이런 것만 해보자. 내가 confusing 한가? 계속 이렇게만 해보자. 계속 adjective만 뭐가 나올지 모르니까 계속 있는 거 다 눌러. 밑에 있는 거 한 번도 안 해본 거 계속 다 눌러봐. 나한테 confusing 한데. 나 자꾸 위에 걸 눌러요. compose는 어떻게 할 수가 없어. 그게 이유에 그래서 100개 하고 쉬워요. I had a little problem with the compulsion and I'm a really kind of very compulsive person. Doesn't matter. I've never been given a thrust as an option. Doesn't matter. It's not concentration. concentration이 필요한 게 아닌데 그냥 patience가 필요해요. patience가 필요해. concentration no. I don't really need a concentration. Just actually cover everything. Do this ritual. Just simply, you can never actually do this without any indication. Why don't we actually make certain gesture, ritual, just like the daily ritual, go through everything using a mouth and cursor to point out everything. And that way, there's no chance that I would ever actually make a mistake. 그냥 자꾸만 너무 아무거나 눌러요. Lacking power, no. I'm very accurate. 이렇게라도 해. 그래야지 돼. 자꾸 안 하고 감히. 자꾸만 위에 걸 눌러요. 그냥 이렇게라도 억지로 해. 답이 바로 보여도 하도 안 하니까. 정답이 이거죠? 항상 억지로라도 그렇게 하도 안 하니까. 미들 아닌데 영어 훨씬 나아요. My English was so far better. 정말 정확한데 adjective 계속 해볼게. 나는 진짜 adjective 내가 못한다는 게 너무 황당해요. I'm not selecting anything. 아무리 1000번을 맞춰도 안 믿어주네. 프레드릭한테 물어보세요. 1000번의 기록이 3번도 안 틀렸는데. 이렇게라도 해. 억지로라도 이렇게 시키지 답이 바로 보여도. Even if you see the answer immediately, to actually get yourself habituated with this type of rigorous verification, just actually highlight everything, okay? Drag everything, pinpoint, and this is really kind of ritual sedation, probably. Yeah, it definitely has a sedative power. I never repeat it. repeat 한 적 없어요. 그럼 repeat 해도 어떻게 다 기억해? How do I ever remember it at once? Because every single time I don't actually repeat the same word. There are so many words in English. It's really impossible for me to cover these same words every single day. It's really, really impossible. 어제 그럼 안 했던 거 할게요. So then I'm going to actually try something that I've never seen yet before yesterday. I never seen before, no. Something that I never covered yesterday. This has this has no indication that might suggest I covered it yesterday. 어제 안 했는데 좀 해볼게. Magnolia, I know it, but I don't really know how to say it in Korean. 한국 뭐인가 뭐 그럴까? Because in New York there is a Magnolia bakery, which is really reputed for cupcakes, right? And I know the Magnolia tree. There are several on Columbia campus, I think, especially from the Barnard side. 진짜 정확하네. It's not pine. It's a ridiculous argument. You want to actually, try like adjectives matter so much to me. I'm very, very confident. 이거 난 진짜 자신 있는데. 대신에 진짜 천천히 해야 adjective는 빨리 하면 안 돼. This is really not the category you can jump to conclusions. Please measure every option. Weigh pros and cons for every possible option. That's really the beauty of these adjectives. Because it could be done, but there would be better choice, optimal. I actually know so Jeopardy, even actually many people solving the question more than 1,000 hours. You know what, if you really think that I'm not actually good enough to compete against American, then can I actually go on a quiz show to compete against American people in terms of nouns? I'm more than happy to do so. Can you actually hold this kind of semi-official contest? I'm very willing to do it. Well, undemanding is better. Sure, I know what harried means. It's really bothered. I just somehow, by repetition saw this harass as harass. I don't know, for whatever reason. Harried means, annoyed and harassed and perturbed. I didn't really have any type of serious problem, not at all. I know it really well. No, too numerous to be counted because I play many hours. You should actually measure for hours how many mistakes have I ever made after 7 hours. Because if you ever actually watch that, for the first hours, I'm really not lesser than American because I don't really want to be met with the same question over and over again. That's all I'm asking for. I can demonstrate that. If I ever actually prove a newly formulated question, the chances are almost close to zero that I've been actually making this type of stupid mistakes because of my negligence or ignorance. That's really ridiculous. Extensive. Just actually do it. I ask you to cover everything until the bottom. Even the answer is very noticeable, please. It's not really the main thing. My attitude is the main thing. It's a very difficult to tame my wild aspect. Lack of a patience, that's a problem. Because I've been actually doing this over and over again, it's really bothersome. I really wish I could solve a new one. 제발 새로운 문제 있었으면 좋겠다. I really wish, I hope that's my wish. I said don't do this. Even if you think that this is a vast answer, there could be slightly better tuned answer. Wait. Do not settle down for what's on top. That's really the patience that I need to build up. I guess that's really a necessary game. What's wrong? I know the answer is already there, but I am training you to build up a bit of a capacity for tolerance and patience and temperance and forbearance. This is a practice for my behavior training.
PC에서 회원으로 시작합니다.
그러지 마. 그냥 누르지 마. 진짜 맞아. 또 뭐라 해야 돼. You have to actually scold yourself, even if you get the right answer. That type of behavior is not all tolerable. Please, I'm actually, asking myself to be cautious. This is a behavior training and therapy. That horrible, right? You have to actually build up on this skill, not really memorization. Not a challenge, and this is a very easy. 쉬워요. 답은 바로 보여도 가고 싶어서 참고 있어. 하지 마. 그런 행동을 하면 안 돼. 그냥 길러 이거를. Relax. Relax is just over slackened. Slackened라는 뜻이 relax는. 왜? crippling. It means the sword is slackened legs. 감이 뜻이 없어. Slackened. No. That's what French, teacher said that to me. You know what this means? This is not just simply being smart, but knows how to fool other people, hoodwink, and hornswoggle and finagle other. Expected to become home. What do you mean by that? Do you think that I actually have any difficulty with the nouns? 일단 그럼 everyday product부터 해보자. 내가 noun을 잘 모르. Fantastic adult. Yeah, whatever. I don't really know what this is. Facade. It's very new. Weasel your way out. What does that mean? It doesn't look to ferret your way out. You just actually, you are shrewd enough to skim a plot which you could rescue. Spare from an ordeal. Like wish yourself up. Usually, normally, someone endearing, very adorable. You are the apple of my eye. That's really kind of argument. Pronouns. Just actually do something. Like free dictionary, whatever. Let's try to actually do something random. No, it's not. 그냥 정말 안 봐서 그래요. You know what? Is there any person who really thinks that I'm not actually, being sincere and honest about the rapidity? After multiple hours, I've been constantly being questioned about the same thing over and over. And the more I actually solve the same issues or same problems, the more I actually solve the same problems, the more I actually deal with the same issues, the lesser the amount of merit I could reap or gain. That's really the reason I become really reckless, or I would be less prudent. So I didn't really cover it, but I can demonstrate. I really know the distinction really well. It's not really difficult at all. Yeah, but wait. Even if this is Windsor, please, I'm actually imbuing myself with a sense of prudence and discretion. 그냥 트레이닝하는 거예요. This is really the answer. Hold your thought. 그리고 찍는 거 같냐고. Visible manifestation, 그거 뭐야? Revelation요. 못 믿는 사람 위해서 내가 솔직히 이렇게 다 해줄 수 있어. 누가 앞에서 하라고 하면. 이걸 만약에 종이 같은데 하라고 하면은 이건 Revelation이고, a form of government, not a monarchy, 이건 Republic이고요. 그다음에 마지막 거 mechanical meaningless repetition of another word. 그거 뭐였더 이상한 단어 있었잖아. 이거는 그냥 미미크리 해도 되는데 패러딩 그거 있었는데 그거 말고 뭐가 있었잖아. 되게 이상한 말이 있었는데 뭐고 에코 로케이션 같은 건데 에콜로지인가? 아니야. Eco something just simply you just mimic someone else, but there was something that starts with the eco. I saw it. Terminal. Yes. 그럼 얼마나 디스팅션을 잘하나 보자. 디스팅션 못하면 진짜 안 되지. 진짜 디스팅션 잘 알아요. 이거 그럼 단어 달라고 이거 주면 되잖아. Subject caused by earthquake, vibration. What does that mean? Seismic? The man feeling in what duty requires. Negligent. Restricting the scope or freedom of action. 너무 많이 있지만. Or fatter. Or scope, freedom of action, or manacled, or shackled. 이런 거 다 돼. I'm not actually lesser than other American. It's very obvious. I don't feel confused. 이렇게 계속 하나씩 보면서 할게요. 절대 안 늦어요. Dispensation. Dispense, I just remove it and use it. I'm very comfortable. Just actually having a little bit of street child. 찍는 거 아니에요. This is not really guessing. Waif, in German, which means an orphan. Waif. German, 독일어로 이게 orphan이라는 뜻이거든요. 까먹거나 찍는 거 아니에요. 일일이 다 설명해서 밑에 다 적을 수 있어요. Give me liberty. Whatever. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah, I like to. Infatuated. You think that I would not know infatuated? Really? Like enamored. Or what? Deeply in love. What's real? It's annoying. Irritating. Everything seems to get under your skin. That means it's irritating. Cantankerous. 이런 뜻이고. I got you under my skin means I had a control control over you emotionally, or I was drawn to you excessively. 그런 뜻도 되죠. I really know it better. You can actually ask me. I'm not fat. 내가 fat하다고 생각하는. Is there anyone? I'll actually do this more than 1,000 hours, but watch this. Am I being really fat? 내가 fat하다뇨. No, I'm not fat. I'm not fat at all. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Am I really being fat? Am I being really fat? No. I'm really quite being sober. No, I'm not a bad person. Grumble. 내가 grumble 왜 하죠? Contrary. Hermetic, secluded, isolated, like a hermit, a lone wolf. A loner. Fecund. Fecund means prolific, intellectually, productive, maybe opposite of a sterile, a term of reproduction. Spun off like rabbits. What do you do? That's really weird. Rabbits or hares. Really, really great. Bunnies. What's this? 이렇게 할 수 있는데. Likely to spread a cause. Like a clown is a zany. Likely to what spread contagious. Contagious or viral. Or just a disease. Craving. Spreading. What else likely to spread? That one. What? Typhoid. Typhoid Mary. Typhoid Mary. Is that what you want to say? Typhoid Mary. I don't actually forget. If I press something wrong, that's not my scene. Today I will actually reveal everything. ground is a bird, and crouched. Maybe a very cranky person. Melancholy, honorary cantankerous to that night, they're having a difficult hunter disputation. 아, 이니셜 트라이얼 너무 짜증나. 저게 새로 나온 유니크 원점이요. Not really. That's really not too. I've never seen this. The victory lapel. The victory lapel. It's a very relevant words in this election circle. Right? 정말로 이것만 보고 딱 눌러요. 비디오로 보면 정말 알아요. 하자마자 이걸 눌러. 이게 다 많이 하다 보면 잘 안 돼요. 처음에는 그렇게 하는데 빨리빨리 넘어가고 싶어. 이거 나 벌써 했어. 이거 나 아는 거 증명했단 말이야. 이러면 Oh, I already proved, the fact that I knew this. So let's try to actually skip it really quickly. Let's try to actually have something challenging that would be worth trying. That's really the mindset that I actually have normally. So, the day before yesterday, President Donald Trump, during his campaign rally, used a momentary on the campaign trail. It's really fleeting, so I wasn't really offended. Are you freaking talking to me? 계속 할게. 아무거나 주세요. 벌써 답 나왔지만 내가 A를 못 눌러. 그렇게 해가지고 계속 안 보고 A를 누르. 비디오를 보세요. If you really think that I'm actually lying, watch this. How little amount of time. It's really, you're like actually watching this. Oh, it's not really a psychological test, just actually answering. If you see something, answer it. If you see something, immediately press it. That kind of rapidity was there. It's very indiscreet. Oh, it's a bit tough. Motion is the thinking. Symbol, needle, because what really like notion? It's all whim. Whim is caprice. Caprice and fickle. Is that really a notion? Idea, concept. Either experiment or whim, they're not necessarily experiments. Whim is a capricious like compulsively creative. Feeling. It is certainly a scientific trial and tribulation. Verify the held speculation or hypothesis. You have a certain notion. I use it when I wrote a philosophy paper notion, the concept. You don't actually need it as experiment. Notion. Rather see when. Okay, amenable means what? I'm amenable to your suggestions. I am applying with your indication. As I'm not a tyrannical butthead. It's interesting. Cracking. Tomato. Lunatic fringe. Radical extreme from either side. Spectrum. 아무튼 스카이 블루. 정말이에요. 왜냐고? Blue is related to sign or like sky. It's really the color. Somewhat reluctant to have the greatest intensity. 그거는 조금 그렇지만 근데 일단 지금 좀 그만을 할게요. 화장실도 너무 급하고 Mother Nature is calling me and I have zero intention to look down on other people. I will actually drop the condescending attitude, but you should actually give me liberty. That's all I'm asking for.